Hello everyone, hope you all are fine. As I said previous day that today I will be discussing certain problems or certain mistakes that we generally do in the examination, and also how to remember the formulas. So many radicals and so many formulas, how to remember that. I hope you all have class 6 book with you all. So first what you do, the class 6 book you take out, chemistry book. There you had I think in chapter 3 you had the radical chart part, or there were symbols of the elements and their valencies were there. Those particular charts whichever you had in class 6 book, from there first you try to frame certain formulas. That means you give question paper or you make question paper to you and instruct yourself to take the test where the question paper is made by you. In that particular question paper you will be picking up the symbols which are there in your class 6 books. That is the first step or the stage 1. In that case, or there what you will find that already in that book many symbols were there, many valencies were there. So you will be able to understand whether those symbols and those formulas are already done by you nicely or already gripped by you nicely or not. That should be your first work. Then if you find that whichever formulas you all are making, you know how to make the formulas, how to write the name. Suppose you have magnesium symbol and oxygen symbol. So you frame magnesium oxide, then magnesium chloride, magnesium phosphate, then sodium chloride, sodium oxide, sodium nitrate, then sodium nitride, then aluminium oxide, aluminium chloride, aluminium fluoride. In this way you try to write the names and decide you write the formulas. After that you correct your own answer sheet. Once you see that you are done clearly with that, then you start with the formulas or the symbols which are given in your book, in class 7's book. Now if you are finding problems, you can use everyday method. Everyday method means every day you target to learn 2 to 3 radicals, or you can do 2 positive radical and 2 negative radical. Next day you will be reading those 2 plus more 2. So if you are doing like this every day, if you learn 2 radicals, so after 10 days you will find 20 cations and 20 anions are there with you now. Now with 20 cations and 20 anions, how many you can make formulas, you understand? 20 cations will join with the first cation, you make join with another 20 anions. Another second cation will join with another 20. So in this way 20, 20, 20, 20, if you add 20 times, so 400 formulas you can create just in 10 days. You can do that. Also I have said that there is always a confusion between this sulfate, sulfide, sulfide, nitrate, nitrite, nitride, bisulfate, bisulfide, bisulfide. Now whenever this term bi is there or hydrogen is there, then from sulfate, suppose you know symbol of sulfate is SO4 2-. If I have added the word bisulfate, you just need to add one H at the first, so it will be HSO4, and you deduct one valency because hydrogen comes as a positive ion, so deduct one valency from the whole chart. That is SO4 2- and bisulfate HSO4 1-. Similarly, carbonate is CO3 2-, so bicarbonate is HSO3 1-. So if you do the men radical, so this bi radicals or hydrogen sulfate, hydrogen carbonate radical will be done very nicely. So you focus on sulfate, sulfide, sulfate, sulfide, sulfide, nitrate, nitrite, nitride, then carbonate, carbide. So these certain 3 to 4 for every element you have little bit of doubts or confusions. So those 10 or 20 radicals which you think may create problem, or if you are confused with, like this bold letters, write down and paste it, write down on a paper and paste it on the wall. Clear? So the room which you are every day going, it can be your study room, it can be your bedroom where you are spending maximum time of a day. That particular room you stick that. So you can do. One more thing you can apply, you can play a role of a teacher and you can teach your toys. You must be having certain soft toys or nothing. If you have wall, you can imagine the wall is a student of you and you are teaching them formula. So in this way you can have a viva session with the wall or the software. You can ask that what is the formula of calcium nitrate, then you can teach them how the formula can be. So when you are going to teach somebody, you will understand that you need to read little bit more. Fact is that as a student, how much I read, as a teacher I always need to read little extra. It's fact, and you will understand when you will play the role of a teacher. So play the role of a teacher. You can play the role of teacher anytime. You don't need any degree or anything. You can teach your brothers and sisters who are there, or any student, anyone, cousin, anybody if you have in your home. You can make them student and you can teach them. And you will find when you are doing so, I'm not talking about chemistry. Don't go to your class 1 sister or brother and don't start teaching them chemistry. Anything, any science, if they are introduced with the science, you can teach them science. In this way you can explore new things also. When you teach, you explore new things. This thing you can explore basically. So you can do that, and if you are not comfortable with it, you can simply stick those confusing radicals on the wall, and every time whenever you are entering to the room, whenever you are sitting and looking around, those radicals will be there in your brain. So as I say that one thing, if you see every time after 10 to 15 days, they will find that particular image is there now stored at your brain. Once it is stored in your brain, easily then during examination and anybody asks you, you can visualize those formulas. And once the visualization is done, means your formula is round ready. Okay, so you can use these methods. In examination, what happens? So all the students, means 90% of the students do mistake while making formulas, because question answers and all, so anybody can learn and write. But formulas do not have any boundary. Like I cannot tell you that read this 10 formulas or memorize this 10 formulas in an exam. Out of this 10 only it will come. Or I cannot give you even 100 formulas chart and from there only it can come. You know the sulfide symbol. So once you know the sulfide symbol is S2 minus, and if you know 5 cations like Na plus, Mg2 plus, L3 plus, Li plus, Be2 plus, Fe2 plus, Cu2 plus, NH4 plus, if you know these symbols, so all these symbols when joined with sulfide ion, what the formula can be, that easily can be made. So the thing that you can make or can create, memorizing is not necessary. Individual formula memorizing is not necessary. You can just create your own formulas. Few, for them we use general formulas like sulfuric acid H2SO4, hydrochloric acid HCl, nitric acid HNO3, vinegar, acetic acid CH3COOH. So like this few common names we read. That's hardly 5 to 6. Rest all we create formulas by knowing the radicals. And then suppose it can be asked that element X has valency 3. What will be the carbonate formula of carbonate of X, that I gave in a revision test, I guess. What will be the formula of sulfate of X? So in this way also can be asked in the examination. So you need to know the symbols, valencies and the formulas. Some of you were asking me that how these charges we get. These charges are basically found from the individual charge of the radical. Like as sulfate I talked one day. Carbonate CO3 2 minus, carbons we are considering 4 and each oxygen 2. Carbon as a plus charge we are considering, oxygen as a minus charge we are considering. So in carbonate 1 carbon, for 1 carbon that is 4 and each oxygen we are considering minus 2, so 3 2s are 6. So 4 minus 6 is equal to minus 2. So carbonate ion is minus 2 charge. So in this way we reduce the charge and the symbol CO3 2 minus. Next week onwards I will be taking revision test based on all the chapters that we have done. Individual revision test now I am not going to take, because already unit test you have given on the first 2 chapters, and in the last chapter I took 1 revision test individual. So now every week I will take 1 revision test best on all 3 chapters, because all we have completed, and I hope nothing is left now for discussion. Then also, if you have any topic you can tell me, I'll do so. And after completion, after discussing that, every week first day, that is Monday, I think we have class. So Monday I'll give the revision test question paper, we'll take the revision test, and then next Friday we will be discussing the answers of that question. So start preparing the half yearly portion, taking together all 3 chapters. You have very less syllabus, and from next week, every week we will be having one revision test, every week one. Okay, till then, take care, keep studying, and bye.